Hey, what's going on YouTube channel? This starts down again, y'all, with the Go Hard or Go Home channel. Okay, on this video today, y'all, because I'm starting to move more into my talking points now. Okay, I did a whole lot of stuff with the manosphere and unjust, so now I'm getting to more and more stuff. We're gonna talk about how the doggone welfare state ruined black families, but it didn't just ruin black families, it ruined a bunch of stuff. It ruined families from all across the spectrum. We're gonna talk about that in this video. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Puerto Rican, or Asian. If you're a man, you're not just competing against other men. You're competing against the welfare system too, because they can also provide for women. We're gonna see what Thomas Sowell has to say about this. We're gonna break this down real quick, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna let him talk, and y'all need to be listening. Okay, that welfare system. You're not just competing against high value men and guys with money. You're competing against that system also. You better understand what's going on. Y'all hit like, subscribe, share, join the journey, because I'm gonna be putting this stuff out and telling y'all what's going on. You want lies? Go ahead. Everybody else will tell y'all they'll lie to y'all all day. I'm gonna be putting truth on this channel. Tell y'all what's going on. Hey, y'all hit like, subscribe, share. Y'all been doing that so far. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that cash app and all that junk. I want the money, but y'all been giving me everything y'all want. I want comments, subscribing, likes. And I've been getting that from everybody. And thank y'all very much. All right? That's all I do on this channel. We're going to put this information out. So we're going to go over here and we're going to look at how this welfare state has been destroying not only the black family, but all the other families. Because people think it's just the black people. No. We're going to find something out different today. I listened to a little bit of this earlier. It wasn't just the black people. So we're going to listen to this and we're going to see what's going on. Let's roll, guys. I'm putting it back to the beginning here.
All right. Crime. And in this case, you're writing not only about African Americans, but about low-income people generally. In the United States, murder rates of infection with venereal...
Not just African Americans. This is the book by Thomas Sowell, right? Not just African Americans. Low-income people. Let's roll.
Diseases and rates of teenage pregnancies were among the social pathologies whose steep declines were suddenly reversed in the 1960s. Nowhere was rampant violence and other social pathology as common among low-income people in the first half of the 20th century, when they were more deprived, as in the second half, when the welfare state had made them better off in material terms. Close quote. Again, it's not the intention of anybody enacting the welfare state to cause increases in violence, but it happened.
Yes.
What was the disconnect between intentions and what emerged?
Oh heavens! They misdiagnosed the causes of things, and therefore they misdiagnosed the effect to expect. For example, in the case of venereal diseases, sex education was introduced on a mass basis in the 1960s, and when the arguments for doing it were, one, to reduce the level of venereal diseases and of teenage unwanted pregnancies, and both those things had been going down on their own. That is, and by 1960, the rate of infection for venereal diseases was something like half of what it was in 1950. And then they bring in the sex education, and it turns around and shoots up. Among blacks, and the homicide rates among black males declined by 18% in the 1940s, by 22% in the 1950s, and then skyrocketed in the 1960s, wiping out all that progress. And they had a different view of the world, and their view just did not meet the test of time.
One more instance of this kind of retrogression, the family. Again, discrimination and disparities. As of 1960, I just find this one heartbreaking. As of 1960, 2/3 of all black American children were living with both parents. That declined over the years until only 1/3 were living with both parents in 1995. Among black families in poverty, 85% of the children had no father present. Close quote. So it's not the legacy of slavery that destroys the African American
It's the legacy of the welfare state.
Okay, now see, that's something else because most people going to tell you, oh, it was slavery, it was slavery, it was slavery. But if most people really did research, they found out that black people was doing better than slavery and after slavery than before welfare. Most people that do the information finding are going to find that. I'm not going to look at all that for y'all right now. I'm going to let this man finish talking. We'll go over them in more of the videos.
And by the way, we see illegitimacy rates rising among everybody.
Yeah, and in other countries.
And
you know, the very same thing in England.
and what's the mechanism? Why does the welfare state dissolve the family structure?
Now, what I want to do real quick is talk real quick because, see, now I want people, because it says black families up here at the top of this thing and jump. I want people to understand it's not just happening to black people. Anybody that's low income, that this stuff starts happening, that they start doing this welfare state, because it happens in other countries. I've been to other countries, I live in other countries. But the poor people always live a certain type of way. And the people that are getting the handouts always live a certain type of way. It doesn't matter what country you go to, what color. I just want to point that out. But let's roll.
For one thing, it makes it unnecessary for fathers to support their offspring. And in fact, it makes it counterproductive in many cases.
Now, see, that's the thing. It makes it unnecessary for the father to support their doggone offspring. That's one of the reasons why the welfare state is causing problems. But let's roll.
A very poor man who might be able to support his family realizes his family will be better off without him. But on the other hand, someone who's strictly irresponsible, either the man or the woman or both, now pays no price for being irresponsible. The taxpayers pay the price.
This is what we got the problem of in America now. This is what people talking about, these Pookie and Ray Rays and struggle love and all the other good junk. It's not just black people. It's other good groups in junk too. It's everybody. This is welfare thing is called a problem. It destroys families.
And actually, the harm done to the taxpayers, which is serious, still is not comparable to the harm done to the families, especially the children.
To the kids.
Yeah. Moynihan was excoriated for pointing this out.
1965.
The
Moynihan Report. That's right.
Yes.
The Moynihan Report.
What is so people that took this as a way of putting down blacks. What they don't understand was that, one, Moynihan was a scholar who knew that his own group, the Irish Americans, had that very same problem at the beginning of the 20th century. And more importantly, Moynihan's own father deserted the family when he was 10 years old.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He and his brother were out shining shoes in Times Square and Central Park to try to bring in a few pennies to help to keep the...
No, this was an Irish family, but you know that's white. So people try to tell you it's always black people, but it's not.
House going. And so where they'd been living in this wonderful suburban area, suddenly they were in a very rough neighborhood and they were shining shoes in Times Square to try to make ends meet. And so he understood that this was one heck of a problem that people should be warned about. And he was simply excoriated.
Okay.
All right. Crime.
So, y'all heard it. Y'all heard all the things he said, right? So the man dropped all the knowledge. All right. Now, what I want to say on the end part of this is this right here. Guys, no matter what color you are, got to be aware of this. Okay? Because this is something that could cause problems. And it's something that people in general should just know. Women should know this too. But it's going to be hard to get across to women because when guys are talking or when it's something like this, they ain't listening in most cases. It's just the truth. All right? But the welfare state destroyed families in America pretty much. And people need to know this. And it's not just black people. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian. You need to understand what's going on with that welfare system and how it's destroying families in America. Okay? That's my take on that. Y'all draw the comments, let me know what y'all think about this information right here. If y'all thought it helped anybody, anything like that. But y'all hit like, subscribe, and share. Y'all join the journey because we'll be talking about more stuff like this along the way for the next couple of years or so. So I'm out of here on this one, y'all. Welfare state destroyed families in America, not just black ones. And guys, it's a problem for you. It's another competition level. You're not just competing with high-level guys and things like that. You're competing with the freaking government. So just know that. Okay? So that's been Taurus Downey, y'all. It's been Taurus Downey. Go hard or go home channel. Y'all draw the comments on this and let me know what y'all think about it. I'm out of here. Peace.